Can you hear me? Can you all hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, sis.
Back. Okay, all right.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, all righty, thank you. Okay, so let's continue. So what we need to understand is, what is the program about? It is about understanding the funding landscape in South Africa, and what makes us be rejected. It is about conducting your and self-assessing your 7Cs like you have done already. You will review your business strategy so that you have a one-page business strategy that includes the PESTEL, the 5 forces of Potter, and the SWOT analysis. You are going to review and analyze the market so that you can create a marketing strategy that is just a go-to market strategy that is just appropriate for your niche market and that is attractive, that is going to be attractive for the funders. You are going to review and update your business plan for short-term and long-term. You are going to conduct financial statement analysis and be able to interpret the key ratios with the aim of identifying the weaknesses in the profitability of your business and the work plan. So that is what you are going to do. By end of this 13-week program, you will understand financial models that are required to raise capital for the short term and the long term. You are going to understand the valuation and capitalization of a business. You are going to analyze, you'll be able to analyze potential investors. You are going to be able to prepare a pitch deck. You'll be able to conduct due diligence and able to negotiate and do deal structuring. These are the objectives of the program. You are going to be able to manage and post investment management and design exit strategies. That is what you are going to learn in this program. But today in particular, we are going to talk about your PESTEL, the SWOT, the market potential, responses to both internal and external factors, including your value proposition, as well as your business model canvas. We are going to consider what strategies can you use to scale and what tactics can you use. At the end of this, you must have a one-page business strategy. In actual fact, we are expecting that you are coming already with a one-page business strategy with its milestones and its metrics. That's what is the objective of today, week 2. Okay. Now, I just felt that I just want to give you an overview of this program. This program, yes, you've done the baseline business assessment, which is very important. You had the link and you should have done it. If you haven't done it, please make sure that you have done it. This is a self-learning program, meaning that you learn you teach yourself, you learn at home. You learn, you don't come to learn in the workshop, you learn outside the workshop, and the workshop actually emphasizes and it answers the question. So please understand that you learn outside the workshop. Every workshop, every week's learning material starts with a pre-assessment, and then there's the learning material, and then there is a video. All of this you do before you come to the workshop. At the workshop, what we are doing is peer groups. It is where we emphasize the learning. So from now, just as I finish, you are going to go into your groups, and you are going, make sure that you already are in your groups. And in those groups have main objectives, which are to promote collaboration, to improve accountability. Your group members are going to help you be accountable. We are here to improve your leadership and organization skills, to raise your own self-awareness so that you know where are your strengths and where are your personal weaknesses as you learn in a community of your peers. We encourage healthy competition. So the peer groups, you learn from each other, you share experiences, you assist each other so you can manage and grow your business better and be fund ready. After the peer group, then there's going to be a Q&A. And then, so this is what that's the process, the structure that is followed in every section, in every session. In future, when we believe that you are ready, we're going to have presentations by input from prospective funders, well, where they'll be presenting their offerings and also be assessing you. So there's going to be prospective funders joining us in these workshops. Then we have, after this, you have a post-assessment, and then at the end, there is opportunity for individual coaching or group coaching for those who qualify. And of course, as you already know, we engage on WhatsApp so that you keep up to date and you keep abreast and you keep motivated. So that's the structure of our program. And I hope you understand that it is very important that you be accountable, that you be on track with everything. We have designed it, Precious has designed it, so that we do not spoon feed you. You learn on your own. Each group must have two leaders, a chairperson and a secretary. Each group, please make sure that in your group there's a chairperson and a secretary, and their roles are to facilitate feedback and monitor time within the session. But they also have a role outside the session. In your WhatsApp groups that you are creating, they have a role to ensure that there is participation. As a team member in a group, you give feedback, constructive feedback. So what we are going to do today, for 8 minutes, each one of you is going to present their pestle, their SWOT, their 5 forces of Porter, business model canvas, and balance scorecard. The first person presents, and then the chairperson and secretary, they facilitate feedback after that 8 minutes presentation. For 2 minutes only, they facilitate feedback. And then you go to the next person, up until everyone has been done. That's what's going to happen today. Tips. Just make sure, I hope you have read all of these tips. Avoid chaos, use time effectively, don't repeat points that have been done. Leaders must not talk too much. If leaders are not available, someone must be asked to facilitate, but please have 2 people. This is a team effort, and read your instructions twice so that you know exactly what is expected. Before you come to the workshop, decide on order who is presenting at what time to organize yourself better. When you run out of time on feedback, share your notes and WhatsApp or chat box. It is better on WhatsApp. Share your notes as you are discussing. Share your notes. Leadership must make notes of individuals who are not participating and listen to each other. So these are going to apply in every section that we're going to have. Okay, so it is now time to go into your groups. It is time to go into your groups. You know which group you are at. You know which group you are at. Please join your group.
Mama Nomvuyo, I don't see groups on the Zoom. So how do we join without the groups being on the Zoom?
The groups are on Zoom. Just check there. If you go into more, you will see the groups. And you will see there are 10 groups, and you just have to join the one that is relevant to you. Can you see it?
Sorry, madam, I didn't get that. How do we join our groups? Sorry, I didn't get that.
Go to in the Zoom menu, go to more, and you will see the groups. You should be seeing the groups on your screen. Are you not seeing the groups?
Not seeing them, madam.
Others see them, but I don't see them.
Oh, okay. I see it.
Okay,
Oh, yeah, I see
good.
it.
Good.
Is everyone back from the rooms?
Yes, I am back. This is Nomvuyo.
Still coming back.
Great. Few more minutes for those that are still in the rooms.
Precious will take it from here with the Q&A.
They should be coming back now because
Yes, thank you so much, Ms. Namvuyo. May I request that the leaders assist us in bringing the questions from their teams? Which group are we going to start with? Group 1?
Yes, I can start.
May I request that everyone mute? There seems to be at least 4 people that have not muted. May we just only allow group 1 to come through? Are there any questions from group 1? What were the challenges for this week? What are the areas people where they are getting stuck?
Okay, so in my group, it is not active, even on WhatsApp. And today I'm just all by myself. So
So in your group, no one is active, no one is doing anything, and you're all by yourself.
yeah, it's like that because even last week on the group, I was the only one who was talking, hence we kind of delayed in coming talking here because I'm trying to give everyone a chance to speak up. But yeah,
Is there a reason why people are not attending and they're not active in the program? Do you know?
only one person only shared right now that they're having power cut at 4. Because even last week she did say, but I did ask on the group what's the matter. No one is responded.
Okay, great. So did you manage to do the task?
Yes, I did manage to do the task apart from my
Would
side.
you please share with us what challenges did you have, or did it assist you to have a strategy quicker? Had you done the strategy before?
Yes, basically I've done my business plan before, and the question I have, I would like to ask: is there a way I can protect my business plan from being stolen? Let's say if I send it through for funding, and maybe someone with money likes it. Is there a way I can protect it from such things like that?
Yeah. So the copyrights is a right. Your business plan should actually have strictly confidentiality, should also include some sort of a disclaimer or some sort of a restriction of distribution. So maybe that's the only thing, but people can always cut and paste there.
Yeah.
So that you can't. My suggestion, if your concept is you see that is highly financial viable concept, is to actually maybe consider setting up a meeting with an intellectual property company or lawyer or a student to help you understand what you can register as a trademark or as a concept, what you can't. Okay. Consider creating a logo also on that and trademark the concept.
All right, thank you. And
Now, before you move on, you have not answered my questions. So
sorry.
I think we just want to articulate a business plan is not the same as a strategic plan. A strategic plan is articulating a direction of which you're going to take. A business plan is the implementation of the strategy.
Nice. Okay. Nice.
Okay.
And so when it comes to pestle analysis on my side, I found that when it comes to uh, um, political side of things, that in South Africa, we do have support from the government, and in
So maybe let me ask this way. Let me try to maybe to so that we can move faster. Remember, you only have literally 2 minutes so that we can move to another group. first of all, when you're analyzing pastel, you're not going to analyze pastel at the country level. You will analyze pastel at the industry level, which means you're only looking at pastel in your industry environment, so that you focus on what are the challenges and issues that you should be aware of when it comes to how you should approach your industry.
Okay.
Did you have
Okay, no.
any challenges? Is anything that you need support in that for you to be able? I think you need to understand that it is not the business plan that comes first. It is a strategy that comes first, then the business plan. Maybe
on my side,
go back to the instructions and read the notes and then come back to me if you're still struggling to figure it out, okay?
okay, I'm just going to edit it on the bigger level because I wrote mine in a country level side of view.
Yeah, you need to make your pastel and SWOT analysis must be at the industry level. If the issues are at macro level, which is at the country level, you will only just put them as a generic, by the way, kind of thing, not as the specific, because they're assumed that they're already integrated into how the industry then respond. Okay, thank you so much. I need to move on. May I have group 2?
Good evening.
Good evening. How are you? How is your attendance in your group?
Shocking as well. We were just two.
Great. How many were you?
We were just two, me and Tato.
Great.
This week, yeah.
So what are the challenges that you guys have? What are the things that you're gonna do differently, and what did you learn?
All right. So what we did, we took the opportunity to share our business strategies and the pastels. Luckily, we're in the same industry, so we're able to align on just the understanding of the industry level issues. She shared a lot on the strategy. I shared a lot on the pastel.
Okay, hang on. You are still just giving me a background. I can't go through that because we only have literally a short time. So just give me what are the challenges and then what are the things that you need help in. Thank you.
I think the one challenge is just to sharpen up on the marketing element and how do we pitch our businesses to be marketable. That applies to both of us, and also
market positioning.
Correct.
Market positioning. So can I guide you there? Is
yes,
it fine
you can.
If I guide you both? Thank you. First of all, be very clear. What is the pain and pleasure of your customers? Understand how the customer actually deal with that pain, which means your alternative. Focus on your value proposition.
Yeah.
And then once you have done that, now go back to the market and sell that.
I see. All right.
Perfect. And then test it and keep on working on it. You will figure it out if you approach it that way. Thank you so much. Can I move to group 3?
Group 3. Group 3, good evening, everybody.
Hello, how was your attendance? What are the challenges?
Attendance, it has improved a lot, especially with the fact that we have got a WhatsApp group that is very much active. We are communicating almost on a daily basis. And yesterday we also had a session where we met via virtual, we had a virtual meeting, and we were going through one of our strategy, taking one strategy of one of our participants, going through it in terms of pastel, analyzing it, the person making presentation, and then the group making inputs, like as we did today. So what we did today, we started it yesterday. That's why the time factor was not of a very big issue today for us. But there are still some of our members who are still lagging behind, but we're trying to take them on and then assist them so that they also have documents that are speaking to their environment or their businesses. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay, is anything that you guys need help with? You seem like a most active team. How many are you today that attended?
Today we're 6.
Wow, okay. I think the group is doing very well. Congratulations, leader. What do you need from us to support you?
At the moment, we seem to be working well. We seem to be doing well, especially with the assistance from our secretary, Mwabisa. She is very much helpful. When we're talking to her, it's as if we're talking to you. Thank you.
That's good. No, that's perfect. Thank you so much. Okay. May we have then group 4?
Thank you so much, everyone. Scribe again this week. Out of the 7 people in the group, one did apologize in terms of not being able to come today, and then there were 6 people within the group. Everyone presented quite well. There were 2 out of the 6 who did speak about the balance scorecard. I think the rest of us, we did not even touch the balance scorecard in terms of our work. And I think that's something that we have to look more into detail or in depth of. In terms of the pestle, even the 5 porters forces, everyone was able to give their SWOT analysis quite well, and even give the feedback within the group in terms of what is it that they've written today. I think I will end there. Thank you so much, Precious. Did you hear me, Precious?
Precious, you're on mute.
I think
You're
she's
on
busy.
mute, Precious.
She's busy changing equipment, I think.
Okay, but that's all from our side. It's Nombuye as well. Yeah.
Nosy, do you have any questions?
No, the only thing that I was commenting on that I think maybe as a group, because out of the 6 people, only 2 mentioned the balance scorecard out of everyone. So maybe we need more information on that part. But in terms of the SWOT, the pestle, even the 5 porters forces, everyone was able to put those quite well or articulate them or even share within their business model canvas within the group.
Okay. When you say you need more information, is it
no,
more
I think
information?
they didn't touch on it. Maybe it's more on us as a group to go back and look more on that part of the balance scorecard. Yeah. It's more like a comment. Yes.
Okay. May I then do this? Sorry, this is Nomvuyo I lost connection. May Denise, would you please check your WhatsApp? Denise, will you please also send me the strategy simplified material? Let me send them, everyone, that material so that it gives you the information on how to go about in terms of steps. But this was mainly just to help those that have not done a strategy or that have done the strategy, but they are not sure on how to get it quicker. Great. Thank you so much for that feedback. Group number 5.
Good evening, everyone. Hi, Precious. Yes, we had a nice group. We had 5 participants. There's one person that needed to leave a little bit earlier. The other 4 people in our group is not responding at all, and we can't get hold of their contact details, so we don't know where they are and if they are still part of the program. But nonetheless, we had a great interaction. I think challenges for us during the week was time management in order to go through all the material and do all the, it was quite an intensive administrative exercise this, but in the long run, we could all report back on our pestle, on our SWOT analysis, on our competitive advantages, value proposition. We had quite a nice conversation in our group. and we are also interactive on our WhatsApp group. We had 2 different Zoom sessions due to the group that couldn't meet at the same time, everybody. So we had 2 different Zooms, and then we just shared on the group afterwards. And one thing that we established also throughout our meeting today is that in our industry that we are in, we need to educate other businesses of the importance of the services that we provide. We are in the accounting, HR, and payroll industries. So it's my
Oh,
education
yes,
of
those are
companies.
professionals. So you guys are in the professionals group. Perfect.
That's it.
So this is group number 6.
We are group 5.
Group 5. Okay, perfect.
That's it.
Denise, please take note of group 5. Let me have a session with them privately, and also just to facilitate so that how you can do that, how you can use that also as your conversion, how you can use it as a lead generation on educating your clients.
Thank you. That will be great.
Perfect. Thank you so much, group 6.
Hi, Precious. Fatima here. So myself and Stephen in our group, out of the 10 participants that had to be part of our group, we have been struggling to get everybody to participate. So we had a very brief moment of one of the other guys joining us. But otherwise, for the rest, I'm talking like literally 2 minutes, the guy was in and out. But after that, it was just myself and Stephen. So what we identified was that it's important to structure our businesses around this one-page strategy. I did put it out on the group last night that I did mine, and I shared the template with Stephen, was around the business model canvas. But I also went and I tried to use the AI to get it to, create a 2-page business strategy for me. And I could see that it was aligned for me to basically the business model canvas. In terms of the what we also picked up was that if we look at some of the elements within the PESTEL framework around things like political influences, what stood out for me for Stephen was that in his area, there's a lot of expectation from government departments where they're wanting kickbacks and stuff like that. So it is a risk to his business at the end of the day. And then also focusing on the key performance indicators, like focus on the what, the how, the when, and the who. And in terms of my business, we manufacture a range of about 15, it could be more than that, products. And we constantly creating new stuff. So it's important.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, hang on. Let's remember we can't go to individual business. We're just summarizing how was this exercise, and is anywhere where you need help.
So I think around the value proposition canvas for me, I think because it looks like it really drills down into the what value are you bringing across to your customers. That will set you apart, because chemicals is something that everybody has, and the market is quite saturated with chemical manufacturers, and new ones are coming into the market every day.
Okay, but in your business, okay, can we not talk about your business specifically? Let's speak generically. I'm gonna see if in certain areas we can make time for specific businesses. So if then you are struggling to put a value proposition that is unique, it means you then need to go back to your current clients or your potential clients that you are targeting. Your business was niche, Fatima, from what I remember, you were targeting the marine ships and stuff like that. if you have moved from that niche, it means that maybe that is why you could have lost your value proposition. Because when you go niche, you're supposed to automatically have a value proposition. But I don't want to deal with yourself direct neither. I just wanted to know, what are the challenges in the group? Are you progressing? Is there anything that is specific that I need to address so that you are on the right path?
Yes, no, we're definitely progressing between
Great.
myself
Thank you so much.
and Stephen. Thank you.
Okay, so that was group 6. We are running out of time, and I need to know group 7. Do we have people on group 7?
Hello, yes, it's Martin, yeah.
Hi, Martin. How many were you?
I'm good, thank you. We were two in the group.
Great, at least you're not alone. That's good. What are the challenges? What do you need support from?
Okay, now we basically went through a lot of detail on our plans and our festivals especially. The biggest concern we have, well, that was Khobdiwe, is because he's in the how do you call it? The solar market, is because it's big business. It's difficult for him to compete with the first world countries. They fast R&D versus what is possible in South Africa, and also because most of his contracts would be in the with government, and where there is a lot of requests for kickbacks and so on. But we're going well with our group. Well, the small group that's left, and we don't have any challenges at this stage, and we will address them as they come up.
Okay, I am losing you a bit. I hope though Denise and Nomvuyo did hear you. Nomvuyo, do you mind just to tell me if there's any problem that maybe I need to address? Hello?
Yeah, no, there's nothing at the moment that we need help with.
The way I am, there's just too noisy. Can I, Nomvuyo, would you please just come through? Hello?
I was disconnected as well.
Oh my goodness, okay. I will pick it up from the recording, it's fine. Okay, or DM me the specific challenges that your group is facing other than the attendance.
Okay, will do.
Perfect, cool. May we then move to the next group?
Good evening.
Great. Would you please share quickly what are the challenges? Where do you need help?
It's group 8.
Yes,
Yes, 3
group
attendees. So the first business is on construction site. So this construction site, they need a big capital to build. So
no. We're not talking about an individual business. We're talking about the content that you're doing. Oh, guys,
Okay.
you must have read the material and the content. The stuff that you are doing is preparing you to be able to know who will find you and how, and what are the risks that person will ask relating to your business. So I needed to address the answer based on the question that I'm asking. My question was, how did you find the content? Are you able to work through the material? Is there anything that you need support from us to help you reach and finish this component for this week?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, okay. All the business we do on the value proposition to see on the SWOT analysis. The challenge now is for market, how to reach the market.
Okay, so do you have a target market? Do you have a customer profile?
Yes.
Okay, if you have a customer profile and you are clear about your target market, and it might then mean you are offering something that everyone is offering, i.e. there's too much supply of what you are offering into the market. If you're in construction, for example, we don't have enough orders in South Africa to absorb the number of people that are in construction. So you need to ask yourself, how can you diversify? Or how can you convert yourself from being a construction company maybe to be a property developer instead?
Okay.
Because we are in short of houses, we are in short of school, we are in short of quite a lot of things in infrastructure when it comes, but we are not in short of construction companies.
Okay,
Does
thank
that
you.
make sense?
Yes, it makes sense. There's another
Great.
business quick question.
As I said, I don't want to deal with each individual because then that's consulting and I don't have enough time. Let's focus on the problem on generic when it comes to the content, plus also the application into your business.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. The last group, I think group 9.
Hi, Precious. This is Luyanda speaking. So in our group, we were all lost. All of us were lost. It's very difficult to follow the material. It's not easy to follow the material. We've had communication issues as well. We started out as 3 people. We are now 6. 6 of us were in the session today. But despite all these issues that I've just mentioned, we were able to discuss the PESEL, the business model, as well as the SWOT. And we were able to assist each other in terms of where we see gaps, where we see contradictions, because the SWOT analysis sometimes people do not provide or rather do not interrogate it thoroughly in order for them to have a more accurate picture of their business. So we were discussing that quite heavily. And then because of the technical issues we were having, we also ran out of time because we didn't finish going through the Canvas model. So that was a bummer. So but our main problem is not so much the core of the content in terms of creating your PESEL, SWOT, or Canvas or strategy. The problem for us is following the material. The material is not constructed in a way that is easy for us to follow. That's the major problem for our entire group. Thanks.
Okay. That is quite an exception compared to other groups. Let me come back to you, Luyanda. Let me come back to you. Yeah.
I'll give you a practical example. So the one thing that
we don't need to go through the content now because it's applying to your group. I'd rather we take it outside of this and deal with what we can based on what is not practical for you. Please note the material was not designed for you to create a strategy from onset. It was supposed to be revised and reviewed. And I think the challenge that you have, majority of people had not actually even done the strategy per se. As a result, when it says review, it's almost like you are saying review something that you didn't have. But I will address that a bit later. Let me come back to you within next week.
Okay, but that's so Precious, it's not about the content that I wanted to get into, it's the instruction itself. That's the problem. So for instance, we were able to do the SWOT analysis, we were able to do the strategy, we were able to do all of that and then analyze it, right? That's what we were able to achieve. The issue that I'm raising is that the challenge of not following and understanding the instruction. We went and decided on ourselves, let's just do it the way we think is the right way. So the problem now is we're going to keep doing that. And then at some point during the course, we're going to not follow the instruction because we don't understand the actual instruction. I'm not sure if
Okay.
that clarifies it.
Yeah, as I said, let me just rather deal with it because it's an exception for this group. Let me deal with it outside of this, because we're already taking outside of the time. Can I then have the next group? Thank you, Leander. I will come back to you. May I have the last group? I think is group 10.
Yes, hi.
Hi.
Yeah, so in our group we were like 5, but the network was still cutting and everything. But then a few of us did manage to go through like all our SWOT analysis. But what I noticed when we analyzed everything in general for all our groups is that we experienced a lot of like lack of funding, lack of funds, if I can put it like that. And then also that would be due to like in terms of corruptions and everything, because you'd find that sometimes when you apply for funding, it would take time, like the process of everything that happens. And then you'd find that some people that are actually not in line with the proper business plans and everything, they would get equipment and not use the equipment. So it's like the process of having to get funding and things like that. It's a bit of a challenge with that. And then we also experience corruption and money laundering, and then also a crime rate, which is a very high thing in South Africa. And then also unstable and unreliable resources like the electricity and load shedding, which are things that we can't really control, and that can also chase away our customers and things like that. And then also another last point is that we also experience challenges with that in the middle of the month, you'd find that some people, like, you don't get enough customers, if I can put it like that. Like, you don't make a lot of money during the month. In the middle of the month, you'd find that you only make money at the end of the month and things like that. So it's kind of an unstable thing. So yeah, those are the things that we managed to look at.
Okay, what support do you need from us for you to be able to achieve your objectives?
So with that, like the things that I mentioned, like the crime rate and the corruption, is things that we can't actually control. So from our side, we'd want to know, how do we actually protect ourselves from like not being money laundered from our businesses, things like that. Like, it's things that
Is it fine if maybe we have a session where all of us we're having some sort of a different platform for us to go through that? Because I think that's a South African problem. It's one of the pastels that we're talking about, that there are issues that are being affected at a country level.
Yes.
Okay. So can you guys then maybe get all the notes from each group, and Denise contact each leader to give you their notes on the country level issues, which they would like us to have a workshop on. Then we can just talk openly and see what we can do. I don't know if we're gonna come up with the answers, but I'm sure we can come up with the ways of dealing with it.
Yes, yes.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
Okay, last group.
Group 10 was the last group.
Okay, great. It seemed like we're progressing well, except for one, which is just understanding the content. So may I request that we close for now? I'm gonna deal with group number 9, and because we've run out of time. Thank you so much for this week. It seemed like we need to select which group it is. Can you guys vote on the WhatsApp which group you would like that you think did well? And I will also then, we need to come up with strategies on how to deal with the attendancy. And thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it. Good night. Goodbye for now. Bye.
Bye, Precious. Thank you. Bye, everyone.
Bye for now.
Bye, everyone. Thanks for the great session.
Thanks,
guys. Thanks so much. Good evening. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys. Thank you.